I am not a police officer, but I occasionally play one on the YouTube channel here at Utah Family Law TV, and we're here to introduce you to custodial interference. I'm Eric Johnson.
I'm Brian Godfrey.
And we're going to show you a video we made about what it's like to call the police to assist you on a custodial interference call. Now, some of you are going to think we made this for entertainment value. Just a tiny little bit, but actually what we're showing you is taken from real life experiences that we and our clients at my law firm have had. And so we want to show you about what you can expect. This is pretty normal, and we want to give you a few tips on what you could do to stand up to the police that won't help. Not all police officers are like this, but quite frankly, most are. If you get a police officer that's helpful and understands, don't take an aggressive tone from the very beginning, but don't let the police push you around and tell you there's nothing they can do. If they tell you that, they're lying.
Right, and we made these videos not to make fun of the police, but we made them, as Eric is pointing out, to help you with these difficult situations where parent time is just, it's already frustrating and you're just trying to get your kids back, and we want to know how to deal with the police properly.
This is a situation where we'd really like you to make comments. If you've had an experience that's different, we'd love to hear about that and what police station or what department you dealt with, because they need to be recognized for doing their jobs well. And by the same token, if you've got people and police officers that have not been very helpful in what they put you through, tell us about it, because those of you that watch this will benefit from seeing each other's comments and knowing what works and what doesn't, depending upon what city you're in. Now, this is Utah Family Law TV, so we're not speaking to anything else other than our jurisdiction. We hope you enjoy these videos. We hope you learn something from them. We'd love to get your feedback on what you liked and didn't like about them. Enjoy. Yes, I'm Eric. That is the correct address for my ex. No, I'm outside on the curb. I'm just waiting. I came to pick them up yesterday, and she wouldn't let me take the kids for my parent time weekend. And I came back this morning, and still being refused. So I was just hoping an officer could help me. Thank you. Yeah, I'll be right here by my car, just out by the curb. It's a black Nissan Juke. Thanks.
Hi, I'm Officer Godfrey.
Oh, hi. Did dispatch tell you why I'd called?
They did.
Okay, so what's happened is that yesterday, Friday, I went to go pick up the kids from school, and my ex went to the school and checked them out of school about 5 minutes early and then took them back to her place. So after I found out they were not at school, I went over to her house to pick them up for my parent time weekend. My decree says that I can pick them up after school on my weekends.
Right.
So they weren't there at school, so I came over to the house, and the girls were in the front. I could see them through the window, knocked on the door, and they even said, "Daddy's here," and then nothing happened. So I knocked on the door again, and that's when my ex came to the door and just said, "I can't have the kids." Didn't tell me why, just said that they're not going with you today.
All right.
So that's why I called.
And what do you expect me to do?
I was just wondering if you could go knock on the door and tell her that this is a custodial interference violation.
Well, actually, it's a civil matter, and so what you need to do, you need to go back to the court, and the court will be able to enforce your decree. So if you go file with the court, maybe you could do an order to show cause. I'm not sure. I'm not an attorney.
Actually, I've done that before.
Okay.
But that doesn't seem to make any difference to her. And besides, you ever been to court before?
I have.
Yeah. So you mean having to hire a lawyer, going to that expense? I mean, it takes weeks, if not months, to get into court. I don't really want to do that. I'm not going to get that time back. I mean, it's Saturday morning. I've already missed Friday. I don't want to miss another day with the kids.
Right.
So it's custodial interference for her not to comply with the parent time orders in my decree. So I'm asking you under the, here's a copy of it.
I can't look through all that.
Well, no, this is just a one-page copy of the
If you want to submit it, take it to the station.
No, this is a copy of the statute for custodial interference.
I'm aware of the statute.
You're all familiar with it?
Yes.
Okay, well, here, hang on to it just a second.
No, you just keep it. Keep your copy.
Okay, well, you want to look at it with me then?
Sure.
Okay, well, you see how it says right there that, if it's my weekend, and I have parent time, and she withholds the kids from me.
Right, and how do I know it's your weekend? That's the problem.
Okay,
this is more complicated.
Here, I brought a copy for you. You can have this copy. This is my certified, you can see it's got the stamp on it. This is a certified copy of my decree. Here, go ahead.
No, go ahead and hang on to it. But
well,
you just told me.
Well, you just told me that, you're not going to hold on to it?
Just go ahead and show me.
This is for you. You can include this in your report. Here, take it. Okay, now if you'll flip to
You really need to submit it through the station, but we'll go ahead and look at it here, okay?
I appreciate that.
Okay.
You're welcome to take it with you, by the way. And by the way, I know that you can take it with you. If you don't want to, that's on you. Now, as you can see right there, pages.
I really don't want to.
Pages 10 and 11, paragraphs 14 and 15.
Mm-hmm.
See, it's like, that's me, that's my name,
Mm-hmm.
that's my ex's name. You can confirm that with her if you just go knock on her door, or you can look at her mailbox right there.
Right, but
This is me.
If it's a
Hold
civil
on.
matter,
I'm not done.
I'm not going to go that
not-
far. I don't want to
Okay,
knock
well-
on the door. I don't want to take kids from one person to the other. That's not what we do here. This is a civil matter.
Well, you do enforce the law, right?
We
the
do.
custodial interference law?
We do.
Okay, well, I just showed you, and you said you're familiar with this. In fact, it's kind of interesting. I was looking it up. It's right here on your own department's website.
Yes.
You are familiar with the
I
law
am.
then, right?
Mhm.
Okay, so let's not
deal with these all the time.
Okay, well, let's not get into this civil matter stuff anymore. So we got the custodial interference law. It says that if I have parent time,
Mm-hmm.
that you can enforce her denial of parent time as a crime, right?
Correct.
Okay. Now, here's my certified copy of my decree. It doesn't get any better than that. You have my certified copy. Okay? I'm showing you on pages 10 and 11, starting down here at the bottom. See, that's me. That's my ex-wife. Okay? Right over here. These are my two daughters. Okay?
Right.
They're in the house right now. My ex-wife can confirm I'm the ex-husband and the father of these two kids. These two children can confirm that they are my daughters too. I have my driver's license with me if you're wondering whether I'm really who I say I am.
I believe
Okay.
you are who you say
Have
you
we
are.
established
Yes.
that I am the ex-husband of the woman who lives in
Yes.
that house and that the two little girls in that house are my daughters?
Sure.
Have we established that this is my parent time weekend?
That's the problem.
Okay.
See, when it comes down to that, I don't know that this is the correct copy of the decree. A certified copy is good, but I
Yes.
don't know that this is the current decree.
This is what everyone uses, whether I'm sending it into a bank or to another court. Certified copies are proof to you and any other law enforcement agency. This is the best I can do. However, if that's not good enough for you, even though the courts say that it is, why don't you give them a call? I happen to have jotted down the number for the court clerk on the back right here.
Okay.
You can call them, you can phone in the case number
Well,
and ask
they're not going
them.
to be open on a Saturday, but
Oh, I understand that.
Yeah.
But if I'm just telling you that if for some reason on
Sure.
a Saturday a man bringing a certified copy
Sure.
of his decree of divorce isn't good enough for you, which frankly
well,
I can't
appreciate
understand.
you bringing this. I mean, it
Well,
looks
you have
like
a
you're
funny
very
way of
together.
showing it. You
seem-
won't even take it out of my hand.
I can
Thanks,
take it
officer.
for you.
Okay, now that you have it, now that I've established that, this is a crime being committed, isn't it?
It could fit a crime.
Okay.
The problem is we need to make sure it fits the crime, and
What
we
can
have
I
have
do to
probable cause.
help you establish whether it does or does not fit
This is
a crime?
This is helpful. I'm glad that you brought it. You seem like a very smart person, but I keep trying to tell you that this is a civil matter.
It can be a civil matter. You're right. I agree that I can go to court and seek to hold her in contempt again. But did you understand me when I told you that it costs money for
Yes,
me to
I
hire an
understand
attorney?
that. No, I
It
understand
takes a lot of time,
I understand that.
and I will miss my weekend again with the
Right.
kids
And you-
because by the time this gets to court, this won't get to court on Monday.
No, and I
This
feel
won't get to court next Monday. This will get to court probably sometime next month if I'm lucky.
and I feel,
then
I
all
feel
those
bad
other
for you,
weekends.
sir. I feel bad for you.
Okay.
I understand what you're going through. I want to help you as much as I can. Now, the problem is if it's a civil matter and I can't go further, we've talked. Dispatch has told me that your wife is saying that the children are scared, and she's saying that they don't want to go back with you.
Okay, the
so-
children aren't scared.
That's what we're being told.
Okay, right. My ex tells you they're scared. She has to tell you something. Otherwise, she'd have no way of keeping them there. She says they're scared. You apparently believe that, sight unseen.
I'm not saying I believe it. That's the report that's been made.
So when you stop a driver who you think might be under the influence and that person says, I'm not high, I'm not drunk, do you just take them at their word
No,
and
we
send
don't.
them on their way?
No, we don't.
Okay, so what I'm asking you to do is, if the kids are scared of me, why don't you go knock on the door and ask to meet with them and see if they really are scared?
Tell
Tell them Daddy's outside,
Okay.
ready to come take you with
Okay.
him like he did just 2 weeks ago
Okay.
and 2 weeks before that. I've been doing this for a couple of years now. We've been divorced all that time. Okay?
So what do you know? Why isn't she letting the kids come out?
Because my ex-wife is a jerk. That's
Okay.
why.
Okay, well, I don't know if we need to call her a jerk, but
You wanted to know the reason? There
I'm
is
just
no
asking-
reason,
I was
officer.
asking you.
She likes
Okay.
to do this
Okay.
because she doesn't want me to have the time with our kids.
okay.
That's all there is to it. I can't give you any other explanation because any other explanation would be wrong. She's tried this before. Sometimes she gets away with it. I'm tired of doing this. I'm tired of missing all the time. I'm tired of hiring lawyers. I'm tired of waiting for weeks to get into court.
I'll tell you what I can do.
No, let me just tell you this. This is a crime.
I understand.
This is a crime. I've established way more than necessary for you to make an arrest or issue a citation. If dispatch is telling you the kids are scared, you can knock on the door. You can make her. In fact, if the kids are scared, then why don't you do a child welfare check?
That's what I was going
and
to tell
bring
you,
them
but
out
you wouldn't
here.
let me talk. I was going to say that I wanted to.
But when I hear you talk, officer, all you tell me is what you're not going to do. So I apologize if I haven't let you get the word in edgewise. But frankly, I'm tired of you not lifting a
I
finger to
understand.
help
Well,
me.
Just calm down a little bit. You don't need to get upset, okay?
No, I'm already upset.
Right, but I want you to make sure that we're safe here. So I just want you to calm down a little bit. Keep your hands down. I'm going to make a phone call.
Don't insult me with suggesting that somehow I'm going to be violent.
I'm not
I've called the
suggesting
police
you're
and I'm
gonna be
standing
violent.
out here on the
I'm
curb.
just asking you.
And frankly, I
I'm
want
asking
you
you.
to be the force that enforces my rights so that
I
I
know
don't
you do.
have to take
You want
the
me
law
to
into
be
my
your
own
heavy,
hands.
and I don't want to be your heavy.
I
What
want
I'm
to,
asking
no,
you to do.
No, I don't want to take the law into my own hands. But if the law isn't going to do anything, what's the purpose in giving you guys a call?
I understand that, and I told you I'm going to try. I'm going to make a phone call. I'm going to see if I can do anything to help you out.
I made the phone call. They
I'm
sent
gonna
you
call,
out here.
I'm going to call your ex. Do you have that number?
Her doorstep is 10 feet away.
Okay.
You're going to phone
I'll
her?
either go knock on the door, or I'm going to try to give her a call. Do you have?
And
the
if
phone
she
number?
doesn't answer the phone, what are you going to do?
Then maybe we'll try the door.
Fine.
Do you have the phone?
Yes.
Number? All right.
Here's her number.
Okay. All right. We'll give that a try.
Go ahead.
And I'll take this. And file it with the report then for you. Okay.
Thank you. What's the incident number?
The incident number is going to be right here.
Okay, thank you.
There's the incident report number. Okay. And
right.
we'll see what we can do for
Her
you.
name's Marcia.
Okay, I'm going to give her a call.
Okay.
Okay.
Go ahead.
All right.
I'll wait here while you make the call.
Hello, Marcia? Yeah, this is Officer Godfrey. Right. I understand all that. If you can just hang on. I am trying to make sure that the law is being upheld. That's all I'm trying to do. I don't want to get involved in this any more than you want me involved in it, but I'd like to ask you if you know if this is your weekend for the children. That's correct. I'm talking to him right now. Mm-hmm. Okay. Would you like to come out and talk to us? If the children are scared, that's not enough for them to be kept from the other parent. I don't want you to be guilty of custodial interference here. So if you want to come talk to me at the door, or I can continue to talk to you on the phone. Okay?
You'll notice that I am not talking over the officer or telling him what to say. There's a reason for that. There's plenty I could be saying, but I'm not going to do that.
All right. Okay, well, if you would like to call him, then I'll go ahead and let you talk to him. Like I said, I don't want to get involved in this, and I don't want to cite anyone for custodial interference. Okay. All right, I'm going to let you give him a call. All right, bye-bye. So she says she's going to give you a call. And then I'll stand here and stand by and see what's going to go from here.
Did she say she's going to call me now?
She did.
Okay.
Okay?
Yes. Yes. They're not scared of me. No one's buying this, Marcia. Marcia, if the kids are scared, send them out to talk to Officer Godfrey and they can tell them to his face. I'm not letting you do this anymore. You can't just say the kids are scared and hole up in your house and think everyone's going to buy it. This is custodial interference. This is a crime. This is contempt of court. I'm going to pursue all of it. I just saw them 2 weeks ago and they were fine. You know that. You picked them up. You picked them up at the end. Then send them out and let them talk to Officer Godfrey. If I'm doing that to them, then they need to arrest me. Now send him out and let him. He's a law enforcement officer. She says that the kids are saying that I have beaten them with belts.
Has she called DCFS?
By the way, I haven't beaten them with belts. There's not a mark on them.
I believe you. I think I know what's going on.
Have you called DCFS? She just hung up.
All right, I'm going to go knock on the door.
Okay. That's the experience you're likely to have with most police officers. You're not going to be helped. You're going to be told over and over again it's a civil matter. You need to bring a certified copy of your decree with you. You need to bring a copy, a written, printed copy of the custodial interference law. It'd be nice to have it on your phone. By the way, when I say that it is on the police website, it usually is. You should look it up and see if it's there, and if not, just bring the hard copy. But let the police know. The police don't want to do this by and large. There are some exceptions, but most, and trust me, I deal with this all the time, most police departments in Utah don't want to help. It's a bother to them. They get a lot of calls. It wastes their time, in their opinion, and sometimes it does. There are some people that really handle it badly. But that was not the way. The way that you saw me was not the way to handle it badly. It's sticking up for yourself and not letting the police just slip away and try to sidestep the issue and keep telling you it's a civil matter, it's a civil matter, it's a civil matter. They'll also tell you they won't look at documents. You tell them, it's like, wait a minute, you tell me that you don't have proof that I'm here on my weekend for the right day or to pick up the kids or whatever it is, and then you show them things and they won't look at it. Make sure you're doing this. Now, we recorded this. You can do it too. It's perfectly legal for you to make an audio recording of what's going on without having to tell anybody. The law in Utah is that as long as one party to the conversation knows it's being recorded, then it's legal, and that person who knows it's being recorded can be you, the one recording it. Make that happen, because you can then go to court. The judges need to know what's happening. A lot of judges don't know that the custodial interference law is simply being flouted by the very people who are supposed to enforce it. Now again, there are some police departments that are a lot more responsive, but they are rare. You should expect to be ready for a lot of pushback, a lot of resistance, and frankly being told a lot of things that aren't true about how this isn't a crime or there's not enough evidence for there to be a citation or an arrest. We hope you found this interesting. We hope you found this useful and instructive. Thank you.